Snail farming is a very popular form of business in some countries. It's relatively easy and commercial production is very profitable. Although they move slowly, snails look quite interesting and are easier to care for than most other pets. So how do they do it at big farms around the world to create great snails? Please join us in watching the following video at this wonderful snail farm in Nigeria. Statistics show that snail farming has been on the rise in recent years. The number of snail farms in Europe and America is increasing at a breakneck pace. Like any business, snail farming requires investment. However, this investment can be easily managed and minimized with proper preparation. As you might expect, the small size of the snail also plays an important role in cost. That is, the cost of building a farm of 100 snails is significantly lower than a farm of 100 cows. You will need less space, less food, etc. In addition, snail farms are much better for the environment than other types of farms. Modern snail farming requires the use of cages designed to fully ensure basic elements, such as the ability to control temperature, light, food, humidity, and a waste management system. The farm needs enough space for snails to move and grow in size. The cage needs to be calculated to suit the number of snails being raised. The snails will be raised by breeding and hatching inside a controlled environment. Snails are bisexual in nature and have high reproductive capacity. Both male and female reproductive organs are present in each snail. Thanks to that, snails can reproduce very quickly. After mating, they lay about 100 to 120 white eggs in a moist underground nest. Workers will be responsible for harvesting and gathering these eggs in one place. Next, they will be moved to a new tray of soil, and many eggs placed in one place to facilitate their hatching. Here, the eggs will be brought into the incubation room, where the temperature and humidity will always be guaranteed at a certain temperature to facilitate the highest hatching rate. Newly hatched snails have fragile shells, and they will be taken to the outside environment for nurturing. The best environment for them to grow is in vegetable gardens. Workers will build wooden panels alternately in the garden to serve as a habitat for snails. This also helps to observe and care for snails in the best way to ensure their development and growth. Snails will approach clean leaves or vegetables that they especially like. This type of food because they contain vitamins, protein, and calcium to help their shells become stronger and healthier. They will regularly sprinkle fertilizer and water to develop a food source. This is for Zen snails all year round. After 2 months of growth, the tree has withered and the snails have grown to harvest age. When the snails reach the appropriate size and weight, the farm owner can start harvesting the snails. Harvesting needs to be careful gentle, and meticulous so that they can harvest all the small and sensitive snails, and they do this by hand. After they are done, they take them back to the production place to clean and dust the dirt from the outside. The snails will then be placed in black baskets for convenient cleaning and transportation. Here, workers will continue to classify snails based on size, and they will be transported to the factory for further processing. Snails will be rotated around a cage and interspersed with small exit holes, where snails of the same size will be selected again. Next, the snails will be removed with the naked eye for any broken or dead snails. Finally, it will be classified and packaged for consumption. Continuing on, we will take another visit to a snail processing factory. Before entering the factory, all workers must perform hand hygiene and disinfection. This is strictly guaranteed to ensure hygiene and safety. After the snails are harvested from farms and transported here, the snails will be poured into the washing cage, where the snails will be washed once with water to remove the dirt that sticks to the outside of the snails. According to the conveyor belt, the snails will also pass through an iron cage to classify the size of the snails. After classification is complete, hundreds of workers will continuously separate snail meats and shells. With quick hands, this job is done simply for them. Snail meat is also considered a high-quality food because it contains a lot of protein, iron, and good fats for health. After the snail meat is separated, it will be put into a giant pot to cook and to help remove the fishy substance on the snail. Snails contain a lot of iron, which is an excellent source of iron for the body, and the red blood cells will be built up and transporting energy throughout the body. Snail meat will be poured out and the surrounding dirt removed to ensure the cleanest snail meat. Snail eggs are a delicious dish with a unique flavor that many diners love and enjoy. Each snail egg is very small, about 2 millimeters in size, and clear white in color. When eaten, the egg membrane breaks and the flavor spreads throughout the mouth and is considered a second caviar. Snail eggs are quite expensive. A 50-gram box costs about $30, so the income from eggs is also a huge number. Apparently, snail mucus is not vegan. It comes from our tiny friends. Since this is a topical product, most brands only use snail mucus in the ingredients. Snail mucin is a popular anti-aging ingredient because it helps reduce wrinkles thanks to its ability to increase collagen production. It also encourages more elastin production to help skin stay firm and smooth. A preliminary study found that wrinkles improved after applying snail mucus daily for 8 weeks. You will be surprised how many things that can be benefited when the snail diet has been used. There are great nutritional benefits that help cure eye diseases, reduce toothaches, itching, heart disease, and other health conditions at the same time. Snails are also a very easily digestible food and are extremely rich in protein and minerals. This is one of the reasons why snails are considered an ideal meal for children, the elderly, and convalescents. In recent years, many Western countries have become familiar with the sight of cow farmers having to throw away milk. The number of dairy farms in the United States has decreased by nearly half compared to 2003, while dairy goat farming has grown steadily, with the U.S. goat herd reaching 440,000 in 2020. This farm is 150 hectares wide. raising 10,000 goats, of which 4,000 are raised for milk and the rest for meat. The scale of the farm is modern and self-contained. Workers will use a crane to put giant blocks of straw into the machine and press the button. The machine will cut the straw into small pieces and spread it evenly across the barn floor. The straw has the effects of keeping the barn dry and clean and helps the goat function better. With an automatic feeding system, corn bran and grain along with high-quality horse hay will help supplement plenty of protein for the goat herd. Food will be poured into the middle compartment, where the two cages are divided into two sides. This helps them eat at the same time without having to queue too much. With modern technology applied, the goats here are cared for in the best way to create clean and pure milk. This is automatic milking line technology. Goats will be driven along partitions to go up the line. Each goat will stand in its own box, and workers will attach milk straws to the goat's full breasts. Each goat can give 1 to 1 1/4 liters of milk per day with a milk production cycle of 90 to 105 days. With strong suction force, goat milk will be sucked out and flow into the concentrated milk chamber. After all the milk in that compartment has been pumped, the automatic suction nipple will be removed. The circle will rotate, the suction cups will be removed, and they will go down so new ones can continue to come up and repeat that process. At this farm, the amount of milk harvested per day will be 4,000 to 4,500 liters of milk. Goat milk is considered one of the best milks after breast milk. Scientific studies have shown that people with lactose intolerance can digest goat's milk better than cow's milk because the fatty acids contained in goat's milk are less. When you drink goat's milk, the protein in goat's milk is easily digested without any irritation that occurs with cow's milk. Besides, goat's milk is rich in calcium, with 1 glass of milk providing 327 milligrams of calcium, more than cow's milk. This helps prevent osteoporosis and bone-related disorders. If you drink a glass of goat milk every day, it means that you have provided your body with 20% of B vitamins and a significant amount of phosphorus and potassium to help your body increase metabolism and absorb nutrients better. After completing the milk harvesting process, workers will be responsible for cleaning all the nipples with hot water to remove excess milk remaining, helping to keep the straws and pipe system clean for continued use. After the following days, being harvested, milk will be transferred to the factory to be processed into cheese. The milk will be mixed evenly with yogurt ratio at a temperature of 50 degrees Celsius to bind them together. The machine will take care of this part. The human job is just to observe and check. Here, the milk stored in the barrel will be released by the worker into a larger tray to press the cheese molds. This process is called cheese incubation. This helps the cheese to solidify and form molds. This type of cheese can be considered a low-calorie food, since the amount of calories per 100 grams varies from 160 to 260 calories. You can't always find high-quality cheese in the store. Goat cheese contains a variety of probiotics, including L. acidophilus and L. plantarum. They are friendly bacteria that benefit your health in many different ways. After pressing for 12 hours, the mold will be removed. Workers will use a knife to cut the cheese into smaller blocks of different sizes to create diversity in the cheese. Many people find that switching from cow's milk products to goat's milk products helps relieve digestive discomfort. This is because goat's milk products, including cheese, have a different protein structure than cow's milk products and are lower in lactose, which is milk sugar. Experts have estimated that up to 70% of the world's population suffers from lactose intolerance, causing symptoms such as bloating, abdominal pain, and diarrhea after using products high in lactose, such as cow's milk. On the other hand, because it contains less lactose than cow's milk, products made from goat's milk, including yogurt and cheese, may be a better choice for people with the condition. Thank you for your support of BGI Factory and for watching the entire video. If you followed today's video, watch the next video to learn the process of processing goat meat. Goodbye, and see you again in the next video.